Hello everyone, welcome to the next week. I know this week is going to be wet, but this is now Saturday and you'll be watching the video today. So I'm spreading a bit of fertiliser. I just said I'd add it into it. We're quite close to the sea here, so you have to be careful with your bound. You know, you have to stay a certain distance up from obviously where the water comes into, because this is tidal and it comes in a fair bit, so you do need to be careful where you're spreading. But anyway, apart from that, I have about 18 tonne to spread today, and it'll be on 3 different blocks. So he usually gets the fertiliser dropped off in the different blocks, and I just come on and pick them up with the spreader, because the spreader has a crane on it, and it's very, very handy for this kind of stuff. About 18 tonne, I think that's what's there to spread today in 3 different places. So we'll get stuck into it, and once you start making progress with this kind of stuff, you cover an awful lot of ground in a very short space of time. So we'll see how we get on. So this is the beauty of the crane. You can just go away and on your own and work it. I usually have one of those hay knives. You see them advertised there. You know, they have a big long yellow handle on them, and that saves you putting your hand in under the bag, because God forbid if something burst and your hand in underneath it, it wouldn't be very pleasant. I suppose you'll fit 2 tonne into this spreader, but with difficulty. Now you need to be careful with it. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. If there's a small bit left in it, you're squeezing it very tight, but you will get the 2 tonne in. But I wouldn't do it going on the road now or anything. I'd just do it here, basically where the fields are right next to where you're filling off of. So it just makes it a bit handier carrying the big load. You've less filling, you can carry the whole pallet in one go, and it just makes it very handy. So yeah, I suppose once we get spreading a bit more, I'll show you a bit more of what goes on. But this is basically the way I fill them. The first 2 I'd cut them and they'd be empty in a few seconds, but I try to shake these ones, pull these ones around a bit to try and get the spreader, the 2 tonne, into the spreader. Morning everyone, and welcome to another day. Yesterday was Sunday. I know you don't like me working Sundays, but I was spreading a bit of fertiliser there again yesterday just to get the pressure off. So we have a bit to do again now today, and we have spraying that has to be done also. So I'll probably go at the spraying. I might even go at both of them. I don't have a desperate amount of fertiliser to spread. I'll get it finished in a few hours, so I might even do both. You'd never know. So what I'm doing now is I'm just walking around and looking at transmission oils, checking they're all good and all level and all that kind of thing. Obviously this one was changed, so it should be okay, but we'll give it a look anyway. Also these lights, the indicator goes that way on them, so it's just a nice trailer. We stayed away from the sprung drawbar this time. We've put it on a couple of trailers before, but it what's the point I'm trying to make? It wasn't really doing much. You can have too much suspension at times, and a lot of them springs are kind of set too hard. Like if you have 2 14 tonne springs on your drawbar, you have 28 tonne of spring force, so the tractor it's not going to move, basically. There's one of them there, it just doesn't move at all. So that's kind of it about the trailer. It was a nice project, took a bit of time and a lot of work on it, but we got it done up, and yeah, it was very handy this year. Being able to carry the extra bit of stuff just makes a massive difference. So I'm going to head away and do a bit of spreading. I have my GPS on the tractor. I had it there yesterday as well, and I just use it to guide me, because the ground I'm spreading is very bare. It was grazed very tight by sheep, and anyone that knows about that will know that it's very, very hard to see where you've been. so that's why I use the GPS. It's set to the width of the sprayer. I don't even adjust it. It just gives me a guide to where I need to go. That's basically all I'm using it for. So I'll build on and do a bit more spreading, and we'll talk to you later. Well, this week hasn't been too adventurous. So far it's been very, very wet. We've been just doing bits of maintenance really, which I will show you later on. One thing I'm going to finalising is one final walk around this tractor, because we haven't really showed you all of it up to date. A lot of you will have remembered when we compounded it and when it came first, it was in kind of dire need of a tidy up, and now it's finished. So as you can see here, we have 2 taps. That's to give us 2 spool valves, because we only have one working at the minute. And this is off of, that's just a spare one I had, and I've its own one now taken it off, and I'm packaging it up tonight and going sending it away to be repaired. We changed the tyres. A lot of you will remember there was slightly wider tyres on it, which did fill the arches a bit. There's a bit of a gap here now, but these ones will do fine. They're a bit more suitable for ploughing because they are a bit narrower, and very good grip in them as well. The front one wouldn't have as much grip, but definitely a good tyre, and we got them at a good price second hand. So yeah. Other than that, obviously it was compounding and changing a few things on it. I'll just walk around the other side so the sun won't be blinding us. We had a diesel leak which was causing a lot of grief, but there was a blockage in one of the return lines which was causing all the aggravation. So we have our bonnet decals changed, and the last thing to do was our roof decals, which are now done. And touch wood, she's running absolutely perfect. Absolutely delighted with her. She's a right yoke now. Could do with a few more ponies in her, but we'll probably give her a small opening up. Just maybe another 15-20 horsepower would do her plenty. One of the other things I got done was I got the seat reupholstered, and I got it done like the newer shape Pumas, which some people like and some people don't like, but I like it anyway, so that's the main thing, I suppose. So yeah, that's her now, that's her finished, and all that's left really is the spool valves. But once I get one back now, I'll take off another one and send that away, and so on and so forth, and I'll eventually get them all done that way, and there'll be no need to have her parked up. We're still looking for a front weight. So if anybody knows where there's a 55 kg case weight, let me know. 45s are very easy to come across, but the 55s aren't. The easiest way to tell is it just sticks out that bit more. The other ones are level with the belly weight, or sorry, the centre weight. So yeah, that's her. What we've been up to for the rest of the week there is we're just tidying up one of the bale trailers. The back of it was a bit rough looking, and where the lights was held on, it was just a bit untidy, so we're tidying up all of that. And probably one of the next jobs will be we have to get our 3 mowers to talk to each other, the butterflies, and that's probably one of our next jobs, is to get all of them in sync, that they're all working off with one button on the control box, and it'll just make it that bit easier to use. So yeah, I'll update you on all the goings on in the rest of the week. We'll give a look at the trailer, see what we've done to it, and fitting a few lights and stuff like that to it. Just a bit of a general tidy up really. Well everyone, as you can see, this is our tether, and it's minus a rotor. This happened back in the last year, and we were very busy, so it just ended up in parked and we didn't attack it, and we're just going to attack it now and get it ready for the season. We also have a couple of punchers, which anybody with tethers knows is a pain. They're very... getting punched is very frequent with them. It's a common thing. So this was left out. We didn't even stick it in the shed. We should have really, by right, we stick everything in the shed, but this just stayed out this winter for some unknown reason. I can't remember why, but there was surely some reason behind it. All that's holding them rotors in, I'm a funny feeling, is there's bearings inside here, and when the bearings let go, your rotor can fall down. If I remember correctly, I know we've done one before at one stage, but we have to tackle another one now. She needs a few tines as well, and we'll just give her a general run over, because we wouldn't do a desperate amount of tedding, and it's just a handy machine. It's not worth changing it or getting anything elaborate, so it'll do our job fine, but she's next to be tidied up. The trailer's finished. I know some of you would have seen I put a picture of it up there on YouTube, but we'll go down and we'll give a look at the trailer and show you what was done to it. I didn't do too much to the trailer. I only cut a small bit of stuff for it. I've done very, very little. I was just stuck at other jobs and various other things I was stuck in this week that I didn't get too much time to be at that kind of stuff. So like that, we'll give a walk around and we'll show you what was done to it. Bit of an explanation on why it was done, and you'll basically see all the going on of that. So some of you will remember in our early YouTubing, we changed the back lights on this tractor with the big brown ones. It kind of looked like the originals, but I was never really happy with them. So I was up with our local supplier of lights and that kind of stuff, and he said that these have fantastic light out of them, and to give them a try. So the two of them are on. I haven't lit them up yet, but next week's video, at the start of the video, we'll show you the light of them. And they're 4,100 lumens, which I don't know a whole lot about the LED side of it, but he assures me that's very, very strong. And also they're nice looking, because as you can see, our top lights, they're very similar looking light, and the tier 3 CVXs had them there, so just a nice little touch. I think there should be a great job anyway. We can swivel them a bit as well for when we're mowing, if you want to shine them out or whatever. So we'll see what they're like next week now. We'll shine them back on something, we'll get a good bit of light. But if anybody is wondering, they came from Trailer Spares. He has a website, trailerspares.ie, and I just looked the other evening and he has them lights on the website and all. So if you like them now and think they're a fine light, they're very reasonably priced by him, in fairness, because some of that stuff is kind of mad. So give a look on their website and check it out.